Now we're going to take a look at doing the manual. The best bike for the job is a hardtail. Trouble is with a full suspension bike, although you can still do it, the suspension activates when you're moving and just generally messes up the whole shape of what you're trying to do in the manual. The manual's a good skill to have. It comes in all sorts of riding, be it downhill, four-cross, street, trials, anything. Wherever you're riding, there's always be a manual line or a manual come into it somewhere. So to learn the manual, the easiest way for me was to actually learn to do a coaster wheelie, which is almost the same as a pedalling wheelie where you're sat down on the seat, but you're coasting along without pedalling. It helps you to find that balance point, and that is one of the main points of learning how to manual properly. I'll show you just how to do a coaster now. So with a coaster wheelie, it's just getting the bike straight up onto the back wheel, weight right back, and almost try and let the back wheel go underneath, almost underneath you, but hold it from going underneath with the back brake, and just feather the brake to keep you in that position from going too far back or too far forward. So going down, pull back, and let off with the brake. If it's going too far back, pull the back brake on. So once you've got your coaster wheelie nailed, it's time to start lifting your weight off the seat and almost try and keep your weight back over the rear axle, kind of pulling through with your arms and covering the back brake to stop yourself looping out backwards, or if it's going down, just pull back and let off with the brake to allow the bike to come up more. It's just a case of pushing with your legs and pulling with your arms to keep it in that position the whole way down the hill. The easiest way to learn how to manual is to find yourself a nice quiet bit like this, say one of your local car parks or your local streets. It's a nice gradual downslope. It allows the bike to carry your speed without you having to work too much. As soon as you're in this position, your bike you could pretty much go from half a crank and be able to manual the whole way down this hill once you get it dialed. So step one of the manual is to come into the manual at just a rolling pace, push down on your forks, compress your forks, and pull that front wheel up hard. And try and get it pretty much level with your hips, your handlebars, and just let that back brake go until you get to the position that the bike's going to feel is that it's going to loop out. But just feather the back brake and just control the point of balance with it trying to loop out, but not far enough so it drops down. Just keep in that position and try and hold it all the way down the hill. Keep focusing forward. Maybe look at your front tyre, look ahead. Just find what works for you. So as I was mentioned before about pulling with your arms and pushing with your legs to keep the bike in the position. Basically, get your bike at a standstill and get the bike with your foot on the forward pedal and push the bike forward, and you can feel the bike kind of wants to stay there. That's the position you want to be in for the manual. But too far back and just pull the back brake, too far forward, let the brake off, pull with your arms, push with your legs to pull the bike up and stay at that position down the hill.